Chris Borland makes the decision that he doesn't want to play football anymore. What was your first reaction when you heard that news?
Those are personal decisions. Players make those determinations all the time, whether they want to play football or not, for a variety of reasons. You respect them, you understand them, and those are decisions that future players will make also.
So it did not dishearten you at all in terms of someone that young, that good, who says he doesn't want to play the game anymore?
No. As I say, I don't think that's the first player that's decided to walk away from his career for a variety of reasons. Those are decisions that individuals are going to make, and you respect those and understand them.
The concussion issue has led some pundits to wonder what football is going to look like in 50 years. What is football going to look like in 50 years?
Well, I think the game will continue to evolve as it has over the last 100 some odd years. There's always been a concern about how do we make the game safer, and there have been changes to the game that I think have made the game safer and made the game better. And I think that will continue, and I think the game will be stronger, even more popular on a global basis. As you point out, we may not be here to see it, but it will happen.
You and I probably will not, but 50 years from now anyway. The issue of domestic violence obviously has been at front and center for the National Football League and for the nation in a conversation really since September 8th, since Ray Rice, when we first saw, I guess, the first video sometime last year. Are you happy where the National Football League is now in terms of combating domestic violence?
Well, I think we're in a much better place, but we're not done. We still have things that we want to accomplish and things we want to improve on. We will continue to make this an important initiative, not just for the NFL, but also to make a difference in the broader society. As you say, this is a societal issue. This is something that we all have to deal with. We're going to do our part. We're going to make sure that we get it right for the NFL, but we also are going to do our part to try to bring greater awareness, greater changes to the broader society, because we need to do that.
Greg Hardy, you just gave him a 10-game suspension. Do you think that that suspension will be upheld, that he will in fact serve 10 games, or do you think that that could be lessened by the courts over time, or the appeal process?
That's going to be a decision that's going to have to be made by somebody else. We feel strong about the facts in the case. We have never had more information that's clear, and that was the basis of our decision. So that, I think, will stand up in any appeal process, yes.
The Washington NFL team nickname, do you consider that name a racial slur?
The name of a football team is the Washington Redskins. It's been around since 1942, I believe. It is not used in that context. So that is something that we understand can be a divisive issue. It's something that there are different views about that. The vast majority of people believe that it is the name of a football team, and it is not something that's divisive. But we understand that there's a different view, and that's why we've reached out, we've met with people, we've made changes to the way that is presented to try to address those issues. It's ultimately a decision that will be made by Dan Snyder.
Do you foresee a day when the team is no longer named with that nickname?
That, again, is going to be a decision Dan Snyder is going to have to make.